Some positive news now, hopefully, regarding our very porous borders. 200 new guards have been sent to join the teams guarding our borders. Moloko Moloto is at the Beitbridge border post. He joins us now. So, Moloko, the Border Management Authority is ultimately going to take control. Is this a new development? Talk to me about this.
Hello, Sally. Yes, indeed. The Border Management Authority is an organization which currently is located within the Department of Home Affairs as a special branch of the department. But the intention, according to authorities, is to establish this as a standalone entity. And its primary task, really, is to secure the borders of South Africa. The minister today here in Beitbridge border post was essentially unveiling the 200 border guards who are going to be patrolling the border lines. And he is saying they have identified 5 segments or areas where there are problems. And he's identified this particular borderline, which is between South Africa and Zimbabwe, as one of those, and the other one is the one connecting KwaZulu-Natal in particular and Mozambique, as well as the Maseru border. The events today, really, as I said, was just to say here are the guards who are going to be patrolling. Currently, Sally, you would remember that is the function of the police together with the army. And of course, there have been allegations that they are being corrupted. The minister also speaking to that today, saying, look, we hope these ones are not going to be corrupted. But let us listen to the minister himself as he was talking about the standing of this particular authority, which he says the commissioner of it actually has a similar standing as that of the National Police Commissioner.
By the 1st of April 2023, the Border Management Authority will move out of the Department of Home Affairs and be what is called a Schedule 3A entity, which is a standalone entity responsible for our borders. We, as the Department of Home Affairs, are just working as a midwife to bring this new child into the world. The new child will still be independent, taking responsibilities for the borders of our country. Now, this process I've just mentioned will see the number of border guards increase substantially.
All right, so we're going to have more guards on the border. And let's face it, it's a very long border and it's easy to slip across. But talk to me about the issue that even if you're caught, you can often just slip a bribe and then get through. I mean, that's one of the real problems. How are they going to make sure that these new guards don't get pulled into bribery?
Well, Sally, according to Minister Aaron Motsoaledi, South Africa has about 53 ports of entry on land. And now he is saying, if you consider the airports, they really don't have much of a problem in terms of illegal immigrants who are attempting to get into our country. The problematic part is actually at the border lines. And as I said, this one at Beitbridge is one of the major problematic ones. Now, the minister obviously admits that 200 guards are not enough to secure our porous borderline. So he's saying they will have to continue hiring at least over 1,000 because they are not only going to be patrolling the borderlines, but they will also have to go to the airport. So essentially, this particular authority, once it is fully functional and operational, is going to take over. Of course, it will continue to work hand in glove with SARS. But some of the officials who are working for other entities or departments that are currently working in these borders, they are going to have to be incorporated into this authority. So it's going to be that kind of like super authority. Now, the issue of bribes, Sally. The minister is saying, look, we all know. Somebody actually was on the radio and the minister says he was listening this morning. That person saying, look, these people, even with the new authority, they are just clowns. They are joking. We are going to continue bribing them. Because for the past 10 years as a truck driver, that person says he's been bribing the police and it would be easy for him to pass through this particular border post. So the minister is saying these new guards have been subject to a lifestyle audit, and he says that audit will continue regularly, and those who will be found wanting, he says, will have to face the music. Of course, we'll have to wait and see. They are armed, Sally. They also today unveiled at least 15 Toyota Land Cruisers, which they will be using to patrol the borderline. And according to Minister Motsoaledi, those guns can shoot. So he's basically saying, if you accuse us of xenophobia for simply trying to enforce the laws, so be it.
Very interesting indeed. So they've got guns, they've got vehicles. We have seen a lot of great suggestions. There's talk of using drones to patrol the movement over our borders. We've seen a failed fence project. I'm wondering if you've had a chance to speak to any of these new guards to get a sense of how they understand their mandate and what they have at their disposal to do their jobs.
Well, Sally, this particular authority, currently, as I said, it is still within the Department of Home Affairs. Only in April 2023, it will be standing alone. Now, the budget for this, and as it's still as a special branch now, is just about 120 million rand, which is not enough, because in addition to hiring more personnel, more guards, they will also have to invest in infrastructure. Technology obviously is going to be very important here, because as we were driving through the borderline, going through the Limpopo River onto the no man's land, where while on this side of South Africa we could actually see villages and villagers of Zimbabweans who were looking at us from the other side of the river. And you can tell that what actually separates them and us is just the river, and that is where people are crossing now. That to patrol that long kilometers of the borderline surely is going to require some little bit of technology. But the minister is saying, yes, this is work in progress, and the guards, really, they are upbeat. Of course, they are committing that they really will not want to, disappoint South Africans, because they were also made to take an oath to be patriotic, to be loyal to South Africa and the Constitution. But as I said, the minister is saying if caught, they will be fired. But technology obviously will be important. That particular offense, Sally, that people have been saying is just a washing line that was actually put here by Minister Patricia de Lille. You can see it really is serving no purpose, because in some parts of it it's been broken. People can just walk over it. So 40 million rand down the line, it's there, but it's really not even stopping Zimbabwean illegal nationals from coming into South Africa.
Yeah, so in other words, these 200 new guards, it's good to hear about, but we, as you say, certainly need so much more. It's a hive of activity where you are. All the way through our crossing, I've been watching people with luggage in their arms and on their heads crossing over, and I'm also seeing that even the moths are very busy tonight. You've had to fight them off, so thank you very much for giving us that up-to-date report from Beitbridge, full of busyness this evening. Plenty going on. Thank you so much. That's our reporter, Moloko Moloto.